Brolava! Sally, Sunga, what's happening out there, man? Welcome back to episode 2 of Brolava. How did those tips on the jump shot go from Brolava 1? Alright? Do I hear that schmick? Or was it that? Anyway, welcome. Today's episode. Man, feels funny, doing this. But anyway, got to practice, just like anything else. So, it's not easy doing some content there, finding out, but thought it was easy. The Goach. What kind of coach are you, man? And this is what this episode's on. Yeah, we're all different, This world is so different, man. If there was the same plant in the garden, boring, some colour, variety, pizzazz, some dynamics, some innovative creativity, some colour, whatever, And that's what makes us all different. And the Goach is, because we're all different, we've got different coaching styles, different coaching philosophy, because if you don't have a coaching philosophy, man, you're not going to win, man. And sadly, when people out there go, oh, man, I don't know, you might go, yeah, you like it. My philosophy is winning. I love to win. I know, that I and win, and I have to do my part as a coach. And, the me all comes in team. So it's a difference. So you're a player in a team, and as a coach, when I'm looking at players and I suss them out what they've got, their skill level, and I say to them, well, can they dribble? Can they shoot? Can they pass? And basketball's a real nasty, cool game, man. There's only 5 players at all levels, so really as a coach, with your philosophy, man, you've got to be clear on, with your players on what you want to execute on court. You run those plays, and, there's lots of different coaches out there that have different styles. And, what style are you? What kind of coach style are you? Hey, I'm to win, man. And there's another 3 things. But on top of being a good coach is, you have an understanding of respect for the players. They know you and you know them. That's to the next level coaching. Sometimes, coaches know offense, defense, X's and zeros and, patterns, but they don't have a personal relationship. Something you can't teach, man. Some things in this world you just cannot teach. It has to come from. It's not here. Oh, yeah. See this? Basketball times, man. Old school. There's my 2 good friends, and flip, they were good players. Frankie Moville and Byron Varto back in the day. Plug for Frankie. He owns these. Triple threat and wellies. And, just thought for a plug in there for the brothers, the Usos, and Frankie, the Irish crazy guy. Anyway, identity, Do your players know who you are? Do you know your players? That's not even touching the ball, man. That's a hinengaro, it's manatu, you've got to think about things, and that's what this game is about. But let's get back to identity, for me, man, it's been real crucial, man, I reckon, and when your players get to know who you are, I think it really enhances and adds value to the team, man, because it's deep and it forms a good weave or like a mat, where they come and we meet and we talk and we defeat. Oh, stop it! So for me, you know, who am I? What kind of coach am I? And I start with you know, my te whare, but it's similar to that. It's a Samoan model, and it's called the 4 tō whā. And it was the founder or guy who, you know, not Messenger, that's the Māori guy, it was Papali'i Whaelo Tusi Aveleo, and he was a professor at the Hawaiian University, and he came up with the 4 tō whā, and I've kind of, in my own identity, have kind of absorbed this and tried to transfer that all, you know, to my coaching or to my personality, to my, you know. So as you know, with the Māori, they have the te whare tapawhā, that's the hinangaro, tinana, wairua and whānau. You know, we've talked about that, but with the Samoan one with me, you know, really, for me, explains who I am, really, because, you know, I carry that identity with me, I felt, all my life, because it was heavy. I didn't really quite know about my identity and my culture, because I was, you know, born in New Zealand, and my parents came here from Samoa, so, you know, I wasn't from the coconut tree, as I've said before, you know, I was from the Kauri tree. And now I'm learning that, you know, as I carry my identity, you know, up the coconut tree, these coconuts, you know, they're who I am. You know, it's who I am, really. And you know, I try and reach, you know, and grab as much of those coconuts when I can, when I'm learning about myself. And yeah, you know, sometimes growing up in my identity, I kind of wondered who I was, because you hear these stories about Samoan, you're Samoan, and I found I'm Tongan too. That's cool, man. What a mix! That's my ultimate mix. Anyway, so, you know, when I was young, you know, I kind of like, you know, knew around the hood, Tat North, that, you know, these blackies are dark black. They must be Melanesians or, you know, Fijians, Papua New Guineans, you know. So, and then there was the brown ones like me. Oh yeah, I look Polynesian, you know. And then, you know, then of course, you know, Micronesians, just the eyes, you know. So it was more, you know, you could pick it up straight away. But yeah, as a young person, you're learning these things and going, oh, yeah. And so, you know, I used to wake up in the morning sometimes and question myself, am I Samoan? In the mirror, am I Samoan still? You like my props? Yeah, I thought about this, how to do a podcast, but, you know, yeah, I think I'm Samoan. I don't know, man. You know, sometimes you have to look through a worldview in your own lens, and am I Samoan today? Man, you know, who am I? Am I Samoan? Damn right I'm Samoan, man. You know, and I'm proud. Oh, look at my props, I've been working on it, man. I'm proud to be Samoan, you know, because it's cool, and I love it, and I want to share that part of me, you know, and learn you know, that part of me. So let's go back to the 4 tō whā. Okay, so the first one, just for effect, man, check it out. Okay, so it's tō whā maulalo, you know, it's anyone you meet, man, whether they're black, white, green, yellow, you know, you engage them with humility, and that, you know, part of the 4 tō whā, you know, whether you're high or low, you always show humility. And so I've tried to do that in my life. But yeah, tō whā wha'amauralo. Next one's tō whā wha'aualoalo. And this is when you engage with that humility, that wha'amauralo, and you embrace it with respect. That's why, man, you know, respect is You know, for me, it's a pretty confusing word because, you know, they say respect your elders. What happens if your elders are a pedophile, sex abuser? So, you know, you got to take these, you know, gems seriously and think about them. You know, the third is tofa, alofa, love. And that's big time in Polynesian culture, man. You engage with that the humility that Samoans have, and you know you embrace it with respect, and then you sustain it with love. That's Tufalofa. It's beautiful. It's about love. It's about respect. You know, and it's about humility. And the final tofa is tofa fa'amangalo. And it's about forgiveness, man. That's all entwined, eh? Whoops. Drop the ball, man. You know, it's all entwined together like a mat. You know, the respect, the you know, the humility, the love, and the forgiveness. You know, because honestly, with me, you know, the forgiveness stuff with Samoans, man, growing up, man, ooh, it's a different kind of forgiveness. Anyway, you know, this is my identity, or part of who I am, and it's what I carry. Like I said, those little coconuts, I carry them because flip. Tell you what, man, it does get emotional because you think of your mum and dad, and that's you know, good segue into the Goach because they're my first Goaches. Those two, man, Doctor. Faiese Numia Malipuli Tuitama, man. He couldn't play really, Dad. And then there was Professor Helen Tuitama who used to yell at me and scream at me. And so I've had some really early coaching from the two greatest coaches, man.